Hey all, welcome back to this video. Today we're going to be reviewing. We're reviewing for either a Chapter 1 test or a Unit 1 test, and we're going to be talking about categorical data. I'd like you to grab the worksheet in the comment section so that you can follow along. Here's our data that we're going to be using today to review the concepts from the first part of Unit 1, which is about one-variable statistics. Who are the individuals in this data set? If you said it's the students, then you're correct. They are the who the data is about. What is the categorical variable in this data set? If you said it was the streaming service preferences, who they get used for their streaming service, then you are correct. It is like a category or a label. And the quantitative variable would be the hours spent listening to that service on a typical day. Now we're going to create a frequency table. If those of you that have joined us would like to try this out on your own prior to seeing it worked out, this would be a good time to pause the video. Alright students, we're going to jigsaw the work. You each have been given a streaming service group to count up the number of students that prefer that service. When you're ready, you can come up and write down on the board how many of the 36 students prefer the service that you were assigned. Great! Now that we have our frequency table, we want to convert this to a frequency table that's relative in frequency. So that will look like this table, where we take the number of students that preferred a particular streaming service and we divide it by the total number of students. So in this case for Amazon, 2 students out of 32 preferred that service, which is the frequency of 0.0625 or 6.25%. Next, we're going to graph our data. So we're going to change from being in a frequency or relative frequency table to being a bar graph. So I have a couple student volunteers that are going to come up and plot our data as a bar graph. What they're doing is they're plotting the percentage of each of the streaming services that the students prefer so that we can see it visually. You notice that the service names are on the x-axis and the percentage of students that preferred that service is located on the y, and we create bars to represent the frequency. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. Next, we're going to have some students help us make a segmented bar graph. A segmented bar graph is similar to bar graph, except for that the bars are stacked on top of one another, so that once they're stacked on top of one another, they make up 100% of the preferences. Make sure that you have labels, like a key, and make sure that your graph has a title. Finally, we're going to have a couple different students help us make a pie chart. And the thing about a pie chart is, well, it's circular, and the wedges are the proportion that, in this case, each of the streaming services preferences make up. The pie is 100% of the data, so all of the data is represented in the pie chart. Again, we have a key and a title. To recap, understanding how to classify variables, interpret frequency and relative frequency, and visualize data using bar graphs, segmented bar graphs, and pie charts is all very important for this Unit 1 test. Subscribe for more free tutorials to ace the AP Statistics exam and your Unit 1 test. Stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, in statistics, how we classify and visualize data defines the insights we uncover.